the crib shit or whatever, and it's like it's some influencer.
Did you know I don't use the clap ever?
Really?
Yeah.
You don't
It's
use
solely
that?
for you, Mark.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you use the clap?
When you hit the button.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll stop clapping. That makes my life easy. I like
I
that.
feel like I'd said it, but
No, you've never said that.
as I've seen the episodes and you always do it, I'm like, oh, he still clapping.
That's
I
funny.
just realized.
Interesting.
I want to get the thingy.
I have one.
Do you really?
Yeah, Slate.
Oh,
They're
bro.
cheap. These are nice.
Slade.
Yeah, Slate. Yeah, dude, they're nice. They're good for like when we start making like shorts and like the reality shit. We're gonna be using that just because like you start the camera with that thing in front of it and you just label the scene names and then you just look back at your shot list and it's like 1A, 2B, 3B, 4B, and then you can just see all those thumbnails in your editing and you're like, oh well, that's that clip. Take 2, that's that clip. Take 3, that's that clip.
The inner workings.
It's easy. It's nice.
We'll cut all this up.
I tell you. Some good shit.
So
This is episode 42.
okay, thank you. You're usually the only one looking for that info.
Really? I feel like we should say it at the beginning.
Announce it.
The thing that
It's
they
a
just clicked
continuing
on.
story, you know.
Well, yeah, it's
You just kind of let the podcast
in
run.
chapters.
You know,
Yeah.
you want to be lost. You want to pick up. This is. I thought this was 42. Like,
What
this
I
is
assume,
43.
what I
Like,
assume majority of people are doing are starting
7
from episode
people.
1.
yeah, you started episode 1. and
They're
then you-
starting on
7
episode-
versus 6, the
they're-
majority.
What they're doing is they're going on episode 1. They're clicking play on the playlist, and then it's just rolling. So they don't even know what episode they're on.
They're going to sleep listening to it. They wake up, work out, listening to it. Like, this is how they live their life now.
It's all true or whatever, but like they click on it and it's got the number on it right
But
there.
Not when it's on the playlist, though.
But
No.
but if they click
It
on, I know, but if they click on 2 and they're
And then
a
3
YouTube-
hours
a
later.
YouTube Premium subscriber, like everyone should be, and they lock their phone and they throw their phone over there and they're listening to podcast after podcast. 4 in, you're gonna lose count. You're gonna,
Yeah.
and then
What
you
does
get
it
in.
have
and
any
it's-
bearing though?
What do you mean?
If you're listening to it in order, why do you need to know?
Because 4 hours in,
4
what,
hours
what,
in.
what episode am
where
I
the
on?
fuck- where am I? We're on episode 6.
Thank
Oh,
you, Mark.
thanks, Mark. Thank you.
I don't
Cool.
like those.
No, I'm happy with it,
I
and I'm
don't-
gonna keep doing it.
I think you should keep doing
I'm
the
gonna
clap, too.
keep doing it. It's not gonna stop. This is my section of the show,
Okay,
and it's not gonna stop.
it's all yours. Take over.
I wanted one thing.
Take over.
One fucking thing.
Have had it, Hoss.
He dropped the mic cable. Wow.
Can't drop the mics.
It's actually crazy because it... Hello? Oh, no. Sound the same. We're
And I'm
learning.
back.
We're learning how the pod works. But we're looking at Joel Ostein's house.
It's a goddamn fortress is what it is.
Well, you got to keep,
Duh.
the J's out.
It's got a private jet, too, a Ferrari.
When this man heard about ISIS, he goes, "Honey, we're moving."
Honey, we got to build the wall bigger.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I
you
heard he
think-
took plans from Osama's complex.
What do you think?
Thought it was El Chapo.
El Chapo.
What political leanings do you think he has?
I bet he's
I would
Republican.
imagine pretty far right.
He's Republican. 100%. I'm going to guess.
I guess so. Yeah, I just because it's like Hollywood kind of too. I wonder if he hasn't had to
Look it up, look it
do
up, look
anything
up.
left. But I guess he's like an independent thing.
He's fucking wild, bro. The amount of money that piece of shit makes and, like, takes in donations and then just hangs out in that fucking house.
Oh well, I guess that means Republican. The quintessential pastor of the Trump era. I suppose so. Yes.
First
well, look at
fucking
him.
thing.
Look at him. Look at that prick.
Why I don't talk politics, says Joel Olstein.
Yeah. Strict policy. Steer clear of...
Because if I talk about politics, I might isolate half the crowd, and that's more money that I could be losing.
More money.
That's my big thing.
Going to
is
the
that
church.
You got to give a third of your wealth to the church. My church. so I could buy my fancy car. Dude, I watched this one video. It was this one pastor. I don't know who he was, but he like ran some church organization, and he was getting interviewed, and the people were like, "So, as a pastor, why do you need a Louis Vuitton belt?" He's like, "Well, I like nice things, and this belt lasts a long time, so I got to buy a nice belt." And he's like,
That's
"Okay."
why I have 17 of them.
And he's like, "Okay, but then what about the 3 Bentleys? What about that?" And he goes, "Well, when I have, people over, I like to pick them up in a nice car, and,
His
it's all
wife's ugly.
it's representation." Wow.
No offense to her. Like
I
she's
don't think she's
No.
ugly.
listen.
Nah, she
Listen.
looks like
She's
a-
not ugly as a human. She's
No.
ugly for a millionaire's wife.
I don't know, man. That fucking chin and that cheek line. She looks like
I don't,
she looks like a fucking goat.
most white women,
Which
once
is-
you get to that age,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying how this guy hasn't fucking had her thrown in a river and had like some lady delivered to him
I'm
through
sure
Christ.
he's fucking like all the altar boys and
What does he
like
look
all
like?
like the fucking
looks
all
like
that
an-
shit on the side.
I don't
looks
think
like an
he's
ugly
religious enough
McConaughey.
to fuck kids. I think you have to like buy into it a little bit more. I think he's so disconnected from it where he's just
a
like
salesman.
he's snake oil. Yeah.
He's snake oil.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're part of like the archdiocese, that's when you're fucking kids.
We checked that shit out. What the fuck is the archdiocese to you again?
Yeah.
That's like the thing that like runs the church in like certain sects of it.
Because when we looked it up,
'Cause
it's,
I know
it's
that-
a region.
Is there?
It's a
Yeah,
part of
it's
Chicago.
Just a part of Chicago.
Yeah, but isn't that like I believe doesn't every like city have its own archdiocese?
I don't fucking know. We
I
looked
think-
it up,
but
and it
it's
was
a
literally
region.
just a part of Chicago was the only thing that popped up.
It's like a district.
Oh. But does that district run something of the church?
Probably
maybe-
that part of
So
like,
then-
the
so then
Chicago, maybe.
Yeah, but maybe it runs all the Catholic. I think it runs the Catholic organization for Chicago.
But a district can't.
For,
You
yeah,
mean
for
that
like
like
that section of Chicago.
You mean
I
that
don't
like
know.
the-
I don't fucking know.
well, you
I'm
were
just asking.
saying like you did, and then we had to
confidence.
Google
Well,
it.
that's what I think it is.
It was-
Yeah, but you guys didn't Google it further either. You just saw it was a
Oh,
district.
we Googled it. We just didn't fucking
What does
study
that
the
district-
flashcards.
What's that district do? That's the thing. Who knows? Maybe
Who
maybe that
knows?
thing runs the
Listen,
organization.
bud,
Maybe
we Googled it
Joel
as far
Olstein
enough
runs
to
it.
realize that you were wrong, and then we stopped reading.
But I'm not 100% wrong. You don't know. Who knows what that does? What's the archdiocese?
Who knows?
Now I gotta fucking look.
Anybody could say a thing.
I'll fucking
Say
look it up.
you don't know.
What does the archdiocese do?
Filibuster.
Filibuster. Archdiocese of
They oversee large areas of Catholic churches known as archdiocese. The title comes from the Greek wording chief. Bishops report.
What a
bishops-
bad Catholic you are that
bishops-
you're using Greek words.
Bishops report directly to them
You don't know your Latin.
when
you
need of
piece shit.
assistance or guidance. The
Latin.
the archbishop is the best thought manager of the bishops in that geological area.
Geological area, region. District.
Hey, I ain't no fucking Catholic. I hate that shit. That shit's fucking.
I know you're not. You're saying Greek
That
things.
shit's gay.
Whoa,
One
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Metropolis.
Look at this motherfucker.
Like it's just a giant fucking house. Like how do you like you said like how can the pastors fucking like wear the goddamn Louis belt and the 3?
That's what I
Bentleys
mean.
and
Like, yeah,
shit?
I always thought a pastor had to like live in squalor at the church.
Right. Look, the dudes on my block that I pass every day that fucking
Yeah,
I
they're
got
just-
6 dudes living in the same house.
They're in robes. They're in bunk
They're
beds.
chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, 69ing.
Yes.
doing what they do.
Meanwhile, this guy's like, if I don't play tennis and get my
My
time by
lap
the pool,
My
I'm not-
Olympic sized lap pool.
I'm not gonna have the
with
longevity.
attached hot tubs.
I'm not
Hot
gonna have
tubs.
the.
I don't get how people buy into it though.
That's the thing.
crazy.
Like, how do you go to
You
his
can't see
thing
through
and
this?
not Google him
Yeah,
and
like-
fucking see this shit
But like, I don't know.
as you're
I-
writing
I-
him all these checks and money?
Because he has to get these questions, and I'm sure he has some reasoning in his like prayer
sure he-
service where he's like, "Well, the Lord wants me to have good things,
I don't know.
as He does
man.
with all of you. And if you follow me in my teachings, you will learn how to acquire wealth and
It's like an
nice
infomercial
things
guy.
like this.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he's not like
That's
he
what
doesn't have a
church feels
prayer
like, yeah.
circle. Like I haven't watched.
he does like those
full
super
thing.
churches, right?
Well, he sells out arenas and shit. I'm pretty sure. And like he'll go and then like.
How big do you
people
think
will
his
come.
penis is?
I'm gonna say 4.5 inches.
Oh, are you kidding me with his money?
5 inches.
Dude, he stretched that thing
Yeah, but
out.
look at his wife.
He stretched that thing
His
out
wife
with
don't
that
want
money.
it big.
That's true.
I think
her
you're
wife-
onto something though. He's probably keeping that one around for appearances. Meanwhile, he goes in the back and is like,
Which one of you Catholic women want to suck this dick?
I think he's probably, I don't know if he's targeting Catholic women.
What kind of you religious women want to suck this seed for the Lord?
No, I think he just fucking pays whoever you pay to have like a lineup of like
You think?
people that probably don't exist, you know?
Dude, you can just disappear at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Do you think how good would it have been if he popped up on those Epstein things?
He's probably got enough money.
He's probably
and
doing his own
he's
thing.
probably
He's
got the
his own
same
thing going.
Oh,
What's
true.
his
He's probably
net
got
worth?
on his own island.
What's his net worth?
Fucking crazy.
He's probably laughing at Epstein when he got caught. He's like, and I told him.
I told him.
I told him you can't be this
gotta
high.
call
You
me
in
can't
the
keep those flight logs.
No, you can't. You got to burn that shit. You got to rip that black box out when you get that plane. Let's see, net worth. I'm gonna guess 500 million.
I got 100.
50 million.
Oh wow, that's kind of depressing, but
Well, his church takes in 43 million a year.
wow.
Oh, that's Wikipedia. I got one from fucking 6 days ago that's estimating 100 million.
Snopes says
Oh,
40
right
to
here.
60.
CelebrityNetworth.com, 100 million.
He got 100
Got $100 million.
See,
televangelist. That's the word I
I
couldn't
see-
fucking think of.
Televangelist.
I see his height, but I don't see penis size.
Interesting. 5'11". Don't buy it. Doesn't look that tall.
With fucking giant boots on.
Fucking
Yeah, with platform boots on.
platforms. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking queer.
What are those things?
Like the heel step things? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Lifts.
Lifts, yeah.
My man's got lifts on.
I was thinking of George with the Tims.
No, I was thinking
Oh,
of
is that his wife?
Yeah, you tell me she's ugly.
For a guy worth $100 million, yes. In
She's-
life, no. For a
she's
guy to have
20
her,
years younger than
I wanna
him.
see her with
like,
no
I feel like
makeup.
it'd be weirder.
I want to see her.
Oh,
with,
no, that's when she was married. Never mind.
I want to see her with no makeup.
she looks like she could play
I
a
bet she-
witch that
I
you,
bet
but is pretty enough that you like feel for her when she eventually turns. Like you don't believe,
Bro,
like,
I bet
she could
she-
be a person.
I bet she takes a wet rag to that face and she looks like a thumb. Just fucking
You don't think she has very haggish features
no.
underneath?
Bro, you know after you rip that spackle off. Bro, you rip that spackle off, she's hiding something.
I mean,
And I don't buy it. And that fucking asshole's
But
hiding
even
something
look
too.
at Joel Ostein's
Yeah.
face. You can just see it like it got fucking just peeled back.
Joel
No, he
Olstein
looks
looks
like
like Mark Zuckerberg with a bigger penis, and was like, I bet I could convince these people. He just has a little bit more confidence. Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg got like shut down out of the gates,
Yeah,
and was like,
he's
well, I
real-
guess I'll go code or
No,
whatever.
he's
He's too
Mark
quiet.
Zuckerberg with like nicer teeth and hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
too
like,
quiet.
I tell you, for a Catholic, he's got some Jewish ass hair. Fucking A.
He's got that Jerry curl working for him.
Woo.
Wow. No.
When I went to
Bro,
Jerusalem,
look at those fucking eyes. She's hiding something.
She does look kind of ghostly there.
The eyes.
well,
Chico.
because she's married
They
to
never
a
lie.
fucking evil person, and she knows it. And every night she probably sobs, and he's like, "You shut
Shut the fuck up. You pray to the Lord.
throwing Bibles at her.
Yeah, you pray to the Lord. Now put your titties in this Bible. Slap.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
That's what happened.
Is it?
That came out on TMZ. That's how he punishes his wife.
TMZ?
It's fucked up.
That's
I don't-
absurd.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it.
your
It's fucked up.
titties in
He's
this
doing it. I don't agree with it.
What a thing to say.
Just and the mental image.
Oh my god. Is it both of them or just one of them?
It depends
It's a
on
big
how.
Bible.
on
Well, that's what I'm
Bi-
saying.
on
Like,
what if it's the bedside Bible, it's one, and he does it twice.
It's
If
just
it's
got the New
if it's
Testament?
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
If it's like the coffee table Bible, the big one that sits out, no, yeah. Put your titties in this Bible. You're getting You're getting a mammogram from the Christ.
Okay, yeah, maybe that. Yeah, so he's got the big Bible on the table, so he doesn't have to use both hands to close it. He can just push the one side down on top like a waffle press.
Yes. Slap.
That's crazy that you would say
That's what he does.
that would even come to mind.
Well, that's what he does. That came out.
Yeah.
It's a real thing that happened.
I don't agree with it.
So that's why she probably looks like that.
Yeah. That's why there's pain in her eyes.
I kept seeing divorce when I Googled his name, but I didn't give a shit enough to click on it. Because, I mean, look at that.
She probably tried
you
to.
can, yeah,
and then
you
he's
can
like,
tell.
Yeah, those titties.
little
Yeah.
wrist
so
grab.
much.
It's like, shit.
Fucking stay here.
Smile.
How much money I'm gonna lose if I fucking lose you? You're not taking them with me.
Imagine the conversations before they get out of the car. No, honey, you gotta smile.
She wants
Look
to
at
die,
me.
so he
Look
can't
at me.
even threaten her. He's got
Hold
to
my-
threaten like her mother.
Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
God.
How we doing, folks?
Pulls her out of the car. Ready? Show face. Show time. Come on.
Fucking smile. God damn it.
Do you want that Louis bag?
Do
you want that
sleep
fucking
not
Louis
in the
bag?
dungeon tonight?
In his castle that he has.
Oh.
Yeah, they show all
Honey,
these
I'll bring-
mansions from the outside.
Yeah.
Do they have dungeons? They don't show the inside.
They most certainly have done.
I would have hoped
he on
they
Cribs?
do.
Was he on Cribs?
How we doing, MTV?
MTV. Joel Osteen here.
Great honor and pleasure to have you.
I want to show you my humble abode.
He's got the headset on. He's walking around his home.
Yeah. Now, if you look over here, this is where the light comes in.
Yeah, a lot of people died making this.
Yeah.
That's all right.
There's rumors, but they did not divorce. I can only imagine why there's rumors.
See, I have this little window in my bedroom, and when the sun sets, the light comes through the bedroom window and shines and lights up my penis. Much like.
When the builders were doing it, I told them, it was for praying or some shit like that.
Needs to
But
face the sunrise.
but truthfully,
No.
yes, it was for my bird.
On the second equinox, the sun sets, and it
on
lights
summer
up,
solstice.
and it lights up my penis. On the summer
There's not a lot of
solstice.
Christian megaliths, and I wanted to change that.
I want to change that.
So on the solstice, you could shine the light on your penis if you're in my
No.
bedroom. But that'd be me, of course, not you.
And if you look,
We're just doing Bush.
I
I
tattooed
was gonna say.
I tattooed on my belly a sundial. And when I'm fully erect, you could see what time it is on the third solstice.
Because I do have a clock hand esque penis.
Ask penis.
That's gross.
Yeah, y'all just.
It's a grandfather clock penis.
It's a grandfather.
It's a grandfather clock hand, not a watch hand. Joke's already been made. Don't even go there, bud.
Don't even go there. I'm feeling it. And if you say otherwise, I'm going to get this Bible.
And why don't you go ahead and ask Shirley what happens when I get the Bible?
When I get the Bible. Oh, you don't want to know what happens when he gets that Bible.
Are we just doing Bush mixed with Ricky Bobby?
I think so.
You're just some weird Southern thing,
I like-
but like throwing religion on it.
And we can't quite go
I like
full
to-
slave owner, but
I like
it's like
I like
getting
to
there.
call him Ricky Bush.
Ricky Bush. We're here with Ricky Bush.
I'm here with Ricky Bush, and I
What's
got
your opinion on Joel Olstein?
I love the idea of like just Joel Olstein like behind the scenes, like every time he like drops the veneer and he's just like, God damn, you see that pair of tits in the front row? Like,
Bring her on backstage.
good God.
No, she wants to be enlightened.
I gotta put the feeling of God in
Yeah.
her.
Christ.
Motherfucker's got his own Sirius XM fucking station too.
Goddamn right he does.
How much money? Like Jesus.
Like you were saying, though, it's weird that not people just like buy into it. It's the same way when people
don't
like
get
thought
it.
Trump was religious, and it's like, how? Like
He's saying he's religious because he's on that side of the party.
it's like literally all of a sudden it's like if he put a hat on that was like, I love
Go
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah. like- it's like when people are like campaigning and they go to a city and they're just like wearing like bear stuff. All of
Yeah.
a sudden they're like, I remember Mike Ditka. Like it just has
Who
one
remembers the
reference.
85 Bears?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
But then they go to Philadelphia and they're like, man,
Go Birds!
the Phillies were this close this year. Next year we're gonna get them. Like
How about when they kicked them Hawks' ass in the cup?
in the cup.
Wow.
You like that?
Devastating to
You
watch.
like that? Philadelphia Flyers.
Well, I said
The
Phillies,
Hawks.
and I said baseball. Then you said
Oh
Hawks.
yeah. Well, you went to the Phillies. Yeah, I went to the Hawks.
Okay. Well, it's kind of hard.
I don't watch baseball. I don't like baseball. I think
No
it's a
one
shitty
does,
sport.
but he. Okay.
Baseball's a great sport.
Really?
It's a smart person sport.
Really?
I like baseball. I think it's awful to watch in person unless you're getting really drunk.
Yeah, dude. I'm with you, man.
Someone was saying that people in cricket get paid. There's more money in cricket than in baseball.
What? I would
And
imagine.
Shane Gillis was like, "That's not true." He was like, "No, I'm pretty sure it is. Look it up." And it was like embarrassing. Like I don't even think they like read the numbers off. They were like, "It's not even the
It's
same
not even
thing."
close. Cricket's big though. It's fucking.
It's
weird.
popular.
You ever watch it? I don't get it.
I've seen it when I was traveling. There was like the Indian fucking taxi drivers. We were waiting his
Yeah.
ass to fucking get off the goddamn couch. So I'm watching cricket in the hotel lobby with the guy.
That's
It's
awesome.
fucking confusing as shit. It doesn't look exciting.
Cricket's
or
like
fun.
rugby, where I never want to look up how the sport's played. I just want to catch it every
Just,
like
like,
4
watch it.
months
Like, wow,
and
this
just
is
be like, "What the
fascinating."
fuck is happening?"
No, I'll
wild.
take rugby over cricket. all
Rugby's
day.
crazy. Rugby's
Rugby's so wild,
bro. When they fucking huddle up
Yeah.
and they're all pushing, and then the ball goes flying behind them, and there's like 2 guys running, and they keep passing it back.
It's very impressive and
I don't get
everything. And sometimes it like football gets shit on for like having pads, but I think football players are a lot bigger than those guys, which I didn't
Really?
realize.
I think it depends.
I think they definitely have big people. Don't get me wrong, but I think
Yeah.
like
There's also the
person for person,
Yeah, no, they're fucking
There's also the
giant.
thought.
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
linemen.
we
There's
have a
also the
lot
thought
more.
that-
Well, I feel like they also have to cover more ground. It's not like, all right, you're a lineman, you're gonna probably walk 10 feet, as opposed to like you're gonna be on the field the whole fucking time,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be running around
Because
doing,
they
like,
shit
all
on them
this
for
shit.
NFL for having breaks, and it's like, yo, they need breaks. They're like performing
400
way
pounds.
crazier
Yeah.
feats in terms of like, because they're like you
Yeah.
said, it's like it's a marathon versus sprint. So there's just like a series of sprints versus yours is like continuous. You have to pace
they're
yourself.
fucking hauling
They're-
ass, dude.
Yeah, they're sprinting every time because they know there's a break
Yeah.
in 2
Oh,
seconds.
I mean, like in rugby, they're hauling ass too.
oh, they're going
Yeah.
fast as fuck. Yeah, but
And then they're in that
still got to
huddle,
pace yourself.
pushing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's like
They'd be
soccer.
going faster
Yeah.
if they knew there was a break in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I
I do know that there's the theory of football players with the pads. They're allowed, or it makes them able to hit harder, which makes the sport more dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like same thing with like boxing
Yeah.
or like anything else.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's definitely fucking stupid.
They're not going
It's-
back to
well,
leather
like,
helmets.
that's the
So
thing.
it's
Like,
like
it's dumb to take the pads. You can't take the pads away and then be
No.
like, all right, just keep doing what you're
everyone
doing.
who's been trained
then-
to fucking hit
Yeah,
with
and then
pads.
just so many deaths
No.
like
Yeah.
that next season. Like I could only imagine.
You'd have to change it like at like the child level.
well,
and,
that
like-
and then
like,
you'd
have
to
the
change
next
all
generation.
the rules and everything too. Like
It
how-
really is almost a difference. It almost turns
yeah,
into
it
rugby.
is a different sport. Yeah.
That-
Sadly,
the it's funny though, because like
but it should though, because those fuckers are getting destroyed.
getting destroyed, and there's this weird like bipolar nature to it, where so they know about like all the head injuries and shit now, so they have all these rules about like who you can't hit and how you can hit,
You can't
and you can't do
spear.
this or that, and it's like, okay, but that is like kind of the sport though. It's a weird thing. That's why I love so much about fighting, where the thing is the criteria is damage, so you can't ever like
Yeah.
muddy the water. Where this, it's like, well, the goal is to get the ball over there. Technically, you don't have to hurt people to do it. And it's like, okay, well, for the past fucking 40 years, the thing's been to murder
break
that
that guy's
person.
leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't
And also, not only the point of the game, but also like what people tune in for a lot of the time. It's like,
I think it's also more of like putting boundaries on like you can't spear someone. It's almost like in hockey how you can't like cross check, you can't do like you can't trip, you can't do, but you could fight. But like you can't do
well,
that
that's
shit
always
that's
such a
gonna
crazy
like fuck
thing that you're
someone
just
up.
allowed to fight.
I love hockey for that shit.
Hockey's
I think
great.
it's cool, but it is weird.
It makes a lot of sense.
I
though.
like hockey.
Like even like when we talk, it's like you got a fucking problem with somebody, just throw the gloves down and just fucking duke it out for 30 seconds, and
Yeah.
then just go sit in a box,
Go in the
cool
box
down,
for 4 minutes.
and then fucking go
You're gonna
out
hurt
and
your
like
team.
yeah. I mean, just like go play the rest of the game.
I have mixed feelings on it. You do hurt your team, which I appreciate. It is like still a penalty, even though it's
Yeah.
allowed.
Yeah.
But like, I do also kind of like a thing where in basketball, if one team has like an instigator that's like trying to rile someone up, I do love a motherfucker that doesn't rise and fight him, and it's just like ice in his veins, and it's like, oh, okay, you want to be a little bitch over here? Okay, I'm still gonna hit the shot in your fucking face over here.
I think you still have those guys in like hockey because like they're like either smaller guys, they can't really fight, so they just have like the goon go out and fuck him up.
But like even like so much hype. I remember like being at a game.
I like an enforcer. That's still a different thing than a fighter. Yeah.
Fucking, I remember being at a game and like some dude just goes and like blindsides one of our guys and like fucking just lays his ass out. So our captain from like across the fucking rink comes over and just starts beating the shit out of that
I do love that about
guy.
hockey, about how much ground they can cover. Because when someone gets clipped and then next scene they get assassinated,
like, that shit's dope as hell. Like, oh, you just smacked my boy? Like, all right, I'm going to fucking kick your teeth
I guess
now.
in those instances, I prefer it.
And they just get
and then it's like,
yeah,
no?
you can't do shit. Yeah.
Because, like, you're allowed to check them outside that rink thing. Like if they leave that thing, you're allowed to check them, but it's, like, frowned upon.
I guess I like that shit. Like, if it's a cheap shot or, like, one of those unwritten rule type things that you're allowed to fight, then I appreciate it. But I do prefer if it's just, like, within the confines of the game where it's like, well, that's not the thing we're doing. Like, if you wanted to beat me at fighting, let's go fucking fight. The thing we're doing is basketball, and I'm going to fucking beat you at it, like.
But, like, how much cooler would basketball be if you just, like, throw a bow real quick and it's like, oh, really, motherfucker?
The only thing about that, though, is then you have, like, Shaquille O'Neal fucking dropping elbows against, like, Steph Curry or whatever.
It's a little different when they're on ice skates. Yeah. It's like, oh, no, they fell. Like, it's over. Like,
those are the guys who, like, aren't Steph Curry and are just, like, gang members. We're just going to fucking kill somebody.
Well, I was going to say, basketball has its share of enforcers or just people that you could pick up on 10-day contracts and be like, just have a revolving door of, like, guys that you can cut. Yeah, go fucking break this guy's fucking meniscus.
How much money you want? Like, cool. Like, basically hitman.
Bought my mom a house and the rest spent it on PCP.
Spent on PCP.
I would probably do PCP.
I smoke rock.
I don't know about PCP.
I'll probably try it.
PCP that's just, what is that?
Angel dust.
Yeah, but that's,
I think a PCP, like, they make it in a bathtub. Like, it's just some weird shit.
I would take medical grade PCP.
I like, think of gross shit when I think of PCP. And people getting, like, hopped up on PCP, too.
That's I know. I want that superpower.
Nah, that's something I definitely don't want.
I'll be able to hold something and be like...
And then you fucking come down from your high and like, wow, I destroyed all of my tendons somehow.
All my adrenal glands are exploded. You looking up what the chemical is?
No, I want to know what else it goes. Angel dust, animal tranquilizer.
Nice.
In PCP?
Yeah. No, I thought it was like I knew it as like something else, and I found out it was just PCP, and I was like, oh,
THC crystal.
Maybe that's what it was. THC crystal.
Joey Diaz was saying that.
Yeah, I heard Joey Diaz talking about that. Maybe
for years he was talking about THC crystal, and finally one time he's like, guys, it was PCP.
THC crystal.
He called it THC crystal. Everybody knows PCP.
It's PCP. That's how it was.
That's fucking wild.
They would dip their cigarettes in it and smoke that, I think.
Oh.
Really?
I believe so.
It's called goon dust.
That's cool.
Happy sticks, horse tranquilizer.
Goon dust.
Goon dust is cool.
Lethal weapon.
Lethal weapon? I don't know if I want to go smoke some lethal weapon.
Y'all want some of that Peter Pan?
Peter Pan sounds good. I'd like some Peter Pan.
You want a dust joint? Some of that crystal tea?
THC.
Crystal tea. It's pretty good. I'm getting these fuckers off the screen. Huh?
Yeah, I'm tired of looking at them.
Just staring into your fucking soul.
You guys want to see a funny video of Alexa?
I guess.
Run it.
Really.
Go to Alexa, that slut.
Hey, Alexa. I want you to fucking fart for me.
I think you just whispered to me. From now on, when you whisper, I will whisper back.
Oh, you're
You
a
can
dirty
always
bitch.
turn
Oh
off
my
whisper
God.
mode.
Oh my God. Alexa,
I'd rather.
fart for me.
Okay, here's big
shit. Oh.
That was a deep one.
Oh, yeah.
Shall I play another fart sound?
Yeah, give me another one. Come on.
What?
Fucking crazy.
Fuck.
I didn't even know it did that. How do you figure that out?
Cool, thanks, Mark. That was such a cool video.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that the craziest fucking thing?
I'm glad you saved that. Oh my god.
Who the fuck is at home just talking to their Alexa doing like, can you fart for me?
Jesus Christ.
Bro, I laughed. I laughed so hard I couldn't fucking breathe at work the other day. I watched that video like I showed like 8 people that video. I was fucking dying.
What was that thing Angel posted that you showed me? I know he does.
Shit.
I know he does a lot.
He posts a lot. I'll have to find it.
He said something though.
We
that
got
was,
this
like,
dude at work.
disgusting, and it's like, didn't he just have a baby daughter? And it was like something about pussy, and it was like, this is like an odd time to like say something crazy about girls, you know? Like he just had a daughter.
He's just like a meme lord.
A meme lord.
Man's insane.
A monger of them.
I appreciate that.
Oh, it's great. Bro, I literally tune in. I tune into Facebook just to see his posts in the
He
morning.
cultivates memes.
It's fucked up.
Fucking Alexa, that slut. Get
Oh,
that
bro,
out.
did you hear that shit?
Yeah, dude.
Bro, did you see that?
Yeah. It's,
Did you hear about that?
No.
So the I believe it was the creator of the Oculus Rift who then works for like Facebook now because they bought him and was like
He doesn't work
Zuckerberg.
for Facebook. He sold that shit.
What happened?
He doesn't work for Facebook. He sold that shit.
Or he works for like
works for
Meta.
military contractors.
Oh, is that? Well, I thought because I read a thing he was let go from Facebook.
He was the original dude who like
But I heard from in this, if you scroll down, there's an article at the bottom that says he was let go from Facebook because of this. Because I know he sold it from Facebook, but I think Facebook may have kept him on. Not that, the other thing. Sorry. The link. My bad.
God.
But yeah, so basically this
Damn.
dude, bro, this dude created a VR headset.
What is this?
That's the like synopsis of
Are
it.
you fucked in the head?
Yeah, so he was fired from Facebook.
You should have gotten 5 that fucking beard.
Bro,
yeah, so
he creates this.
What the shit is that?
So he created this VR headset
Got
that
like
has
a thong on his chin.
that has 3 explosives in
Disgusting.
the forehead. So when you die in the game, it blows your head up.
Well, that's a dumb thing, right? what are you...
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, why is that a thing?
I
he
don't
works
know.
for military contractors now. So he's like trying to like up the ante. He doesn't work for Facebook or anything. So he's like, this is also like it wasn't like an actual thing. Like it's a desk ornament.
Yeah, he made it, and then
He
never
likes
used it.
sword art online a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not like a thing they're mass producing.
No,
No.
yeah, no, you can't fucking make that.
No
I'm just
shit.
saying- I'm just saying he made it. And it's a crazy story.
I suppose.
There's no pleas in this fucking guy.
I'm telling you.
The crazy guy. What a
A
cool...
man makes a VR headset that explodes your brain.
I guess.
I think it's cool because he's like working with like the fucking military contractors and shit now.
What do they want that for?
Is no one, like, weirded out by
what
that
do
guy,
they
though?
want?
Oh, I fucking love that shit. Like, no one's asking the right questions about it. But yeah, he just does like crazy shit like that, or he'll do like drone technology. But like, they have crazy shit now. They'll
Bro,
like you
No
can
one
map
checks
out.
this motherfucker's
No.
basement for people.
No, bro, fucking, you can map out your house and then have like fucking invaders come at
I'm
you
sure
and,
he's
like,
mapped out other
play
people's
out, like, a
houses.
fucking fake
and-
thing. I'm sure that's what they're fucking doing.
Bro,
Facebook takes a
that would-
picture of your house
that'd be
every
really-
time you fucking put that
I'm sure the
thing
government
on.
wants that for like training purposes too.
Probably.
How they like, because they could probably just have a warehouse, rebuild the inside of like, say Osama bin Laden's like fucking
Yeah, and
thing,
then they have
and then just
people
run
coming
that
at- yeah.
simulation
Well,
over
they
and
have
over and over
those
again.
Middle Eastern cities. They have them, like, built.
Built up, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the one I was saying in Michigan. I saw.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking wild, bro.
but yeah, but instead of building it, you just build it digitally and just upload a new one. It's like, all right, here's your
At that point, it's the Matrix.
yeah. It's fucked up,
I was watching those
And they-
goddamn Boston Dynamics robots.
bro. They're crazy.
The what?
They're
like
so
the robots
scary.
they show on Rogan, where it's like You know what I'm talking about.
It's like it looks like a dog, and the thing's just like walking, going up and down shit. Bro,
the dogs?
And this dude fucking...
No, person.
Oh, the person one? That one's crazy, too. But this dog one, this dude, like, kicks it, and it just, like, corrects itself, and it keeps walking.
Atlas.
Oh, those fuckers?
Oh, bro, this thing.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro. Like, the progression that they've done over the years with that shit is terrifying.
This doesn't look like real life, but
Bro,
it's
that looks
actually
fake as fuck.
happening.
Just hopping around, doing
Bro, the
arm
movement in the
movements.
arms. It's so crazy.
Like, it figured out running. It figured out
I want to, like...
weight distribution.
Right, but if you pushed him, can he get back up?
Yeah.
Oh my god, parkour!
But now-
they're
but now-
coming now.
but now this
Facebook's
is-
coming for you.
Hup, hup.
Oh my god!
But now this
Hup,
is...
hup.
Ah!
So this is them
Just
programming this, right? Like, they're not learning how to fucking do that.
Not
No,
yet, but I mean, you
not
can
yet.
just put a fucking
Okay.
AI up in that bitch.
3 months from now.
Yeah.
Bro, that's insane.
What? And then they're getting so close to having an Iron Man.
Bro, the scariest thing to me is those AI robots who, like, they're not real, but they're in movies, but they move so fast that you can only see them with a strobe light.
Yeah.
And they're just like, bro, we're going to fucking get to that shit, and it's going to be terrifying.
And I'm gonna hate it. I don't like robots. Robots scare the fuck out of me.
Really?
Oh, that's easily how we'll
Scare.
Oh,
the
100%.
Fuck.
You
You
could
people
almost-
talk about like zombies and
You
shit.
could
I'm
almost
like,
just
nah,
like,
nah,
you could
nah,
almost just like see that like that is the next progression of us.
If
Like,
we don't
that's-
kill each other,
that's where we're
they're
going.
waiting in
Yeah,
the wings.
Yeah. If we don't upload our consciousness into those things, they're just gonna take over and fucking.
Oh.
yeah.
Probably gonna upload the conscious and then be like, now you're in my world,
Yeah.
bitch.
Like Scooby-Doo, Cyber.
Oh yeah, dude. These suits are fucking crazy too.
Just full-blown Iron Manning around. And the thing I was watching the other day, I can't find the same one, but like, he's got, so when he lands, he takes his hands out of those things and he picks his gun up, and it's like, so all it is eventually figuring out how to put the gun in that thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's,
Or like hit a hover button or whatever, and then fucking.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Or put it in the feet to where he could just fucking.
Is that the? I wonder if that,
Have you seen
that's
the-
a dude's helmet. Oh, I don't know.
Have you seen like the military one where the guy goes from I think it's a like a little jet boat and he fucking just goes onto this big ass ship with one of these things? He just like fucking runs off the boat and just hops on. And he was fucking gone just right on the boat.
That's fucking. That shit scares me. I love it. Shit scares the fuck out of me. Like I said.
Can you imagine, like,
And that's the shit that we're seeing. Like imagine what we're not seeing.
Yeah.
What they're fucking hiding.
but it's already so
UFO
scary.
Technology that they're utilizing.
Exactly.
Or have they found out like anti-gravity?
Yeah, this is like an independent thing, so imagine what the government has.
Yeah, this is weak shit. Once we
Yeah.
figure out vibrations, bro.
Oh, don't even fucking don't even talk to me. Stop.
Well, that's like what we were talking about the mapping DMT and like
Don't even talk to me about vibrations.
and how
It's too much.
how the government was doing it that
It's
Alex
so-
Jones said. And then
Yeah, so remember when Alex Jones was on Rogan last, and he was talking about how there's an island that the military goes to, and they all take synchronized doses of DMT, and that they go and they talk with entities, and there's a war going on, and that they're actually mapping the DMT realm, and it's like,
No, I
that
don't.
sounds
Dude's
like
crazy.
That sounds like
well,
a crazy.
when Alex Jones says it, it's crazy.
That sounds
It's
like a crazy thing when Alex Jones says it. And then Graham Hancock goes on Rogan and talks about how there's a fucking research school or whatever. I don't know if it's a university or just a lab, or if it's a lab in a school, but some well-respected fucking English place. They're doing DMT studies for the first time since fucking Rick Strassman did it. And the difference is, when Rick Strassman did it, he was looking for therapeutic benefits. That was how he got like the funding and the licensing to do it or whatever. This place is doing it not for any medical therapeutic reasoning. It's just for the study of the experiences themselves. So they're giving people these doses, and then they're all coming back reporting, talking to the same entities. Do you remember that Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia where they had the guy in the missile silo who he had the IV drip of DMT so he could hang around in there? That's what they're doing now to these motherfuckers, so they can stay in there for longer, so they can go around, and they are now mapping the DMT route.
Crazy.
So, again,
fucked
same
up.
thing as this, where it's like, if they're doing that now independently, and that motherfucker's talking about the military doing it, they probably got a good chunk mapped out already.
But what I'm curious to see, or just to understand what the map is.
Well, weren't they saying
So
it goes to the point that the brain is a receiver, and that's
realm, Rick Strassman's point is
and
that.
That realm, that DMT realm, is almost like peeling back a filter. So, for example, we have this filter on us that we're seeing in this world, say 3D.
Because his thing is he thinks your brain is a receiver, so it's changing like the filter on the receiver.
So maybe DMT peels back that filter, allows you to see into that world, or mentally going up into this like other realm where these entities are living.
Because it's not a multiverse yet. You know, that's a different parallel universe, but a different dimension as far as like we're in the 3D realm. If that just peels it off to where now you see 4D, I don't know enough about it to where when they say map the DMT realm, what exactly they mean, but I almost wonder if it's the same, like, is it also planet Earth? Like, are they in the same space, but we're all just seeing it differently for the first time? So when you're mapping it, it's literally like, okay, so like, we'll start in fucking Florida, and then this is what Florida looks like in the DMT realm. I don't know if it's literally like overlaying what it looks like there versus what it looks like here, or if you're going to a different place that is the DMT realm, and they're mapping that out wherever they get
in my head. In my head, it's like we have Earth, and like everything exists in the same universe. And when you take these drugs, it's almost like, remember in that video I sent of the stages of stages of
that's what I'm saying with the 4D
like a civilization.
thing.
Yeah. So when you get to like, we're not even at stage 1 yet. So when you get to like stage 3, 4, people ditch their bodies and they go into like this like fucking realm or whatever. They just exist as consciousness. So I wonder if that's what that realm is. Is that just like consciousness, and that's where those people live? And maybe
I don't think it's just that high. I don't think you get that high just through DMT though.
Or maybe that's just like seeing into that realm or something like that. Maybe but
everyone says that they talk with them.
Yeah. But maybe that's people who already. Maybe we can't live in that realm, but we can see into that. And those are the people who are living in that like type 4 civilization or whatever.
But all the entities that they say, don't they have bodies usually? They're like indescribable, but
yeah, but maybe that's what consciousness looks like. I don't know.
So they're all going into their consciousness, though, correct?
I don't know.
This isn't like a hallucinatory like experience where like
they're going into the DMT world,
right?
Whatever
but like
that
they're
is.
not actually like, here's this being that I see in front of me, and I'm having like an actual conversation, like it's in my mind, like I'm
that's
just
why
kind
they
of like DMT'd out.
They think it can't be a hallucinogen if everyone reports having the same fucking experience, but not the same experience even in the way that like you could have a synced up acid trip where like, oh yeah, we both thought about the same thing or whatever
because we spent all day together and yada yada.
Well, it's like those arches and like that like pillar room that everybody sees, where it's like the pillars with all like the different faces on it. Like if you look up like a DMT trip, it's like the fucking thing with like the archways and like all the different
like,
heads and shit.
So that's almost like I'm saying with the acid, like that's like a trippy theme or whatever. They're literally saying like, no, we all went and talked to so and so.
Talk to Steve. Or,
yeah, we all like talked to fucking DMT Joe, and everybody comes back saying like, yeah, he really wants us to like clean up our act or whatever, like. Or it's just Graham Hancock talking about like the earliest developments and the research about what that other place is doing.
I don't know, man. I think it'd be crazy if you just got like, I think a lot of shit changes when people start doing more drugs, and especially like doing them like more responsibly. A lot of somewhere they just like decriminalized
Colorado. They just decriminalized DMT and shrooms.
Yeah, like fucking shit like that. So like the
it's
more
so funny that Sacramento did that first.
The more that like that shit starts happening, I feel like there's gonna be a more change of like the public perception on drugs, and people are gonna be taking more drugs more safely.
Well, you
and
can
then
already see that with weed.
for
Like,
sure.
It's like all single mother or like fucking soccer moms are all taking edibles now, and it's like everybody and their grandmother does a fucking sleep gummy.
Yeah, and they're fucking chilled out now. I feel like people have like a different kind of like, I wouldn't say like worldly view, but just kind of like a different view that's not like the mainstream.
Wait till shrooms is at the point weed is, and people are, and more people are microdosing, and more people are doing like that fucking
and then
2
fucking
gram dose.
DMT after that and shit.
Hopefully, culture just doesn't suck to the point of ruining it, though. It's definitely like a
Are we
net
going
positive.
to like another Reagan era?
No, not that. Just like making money off it, like doing the same thing that happened with wheat. Like if people start, Graham Hancock made the point of like if you start to synthesize psilocybin and start to copyright it, you know, or like what patent it rather, where it's like,
oh, so now Big Pharma has
they own it, or
has like the psilocybin
or they have
pill?
it, and the cigarette company like does their shit where it's like it's shrooms mixed with stuff that makes you like our shrooms, you know, the most. So I don't know.
Yeah, but you could still
that shit
always get it
scares me.
in like the pure form, or at least grow it yourself.
Obviously, like I said, it's still a net positive with the
Yeah.
weed, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying it takes so much longer because people have to be shitty about it. It's not just like fucking shrooms hits the market and then people use it responsibly. It's like still gonna be the same dickheads that go and take it at a fucking festival and don't get anything out of it.
Like
you know?
especially like the early stages that they're talking about. They're talking about it like how they're doing like ecstasy with like the PTSD like war people.
I like that. Yeah.
So like if you want to give them shrooms and shit, like they're doing it like in the DMT I think too, like under supervised, like you have to stay at the fucking facility the whole time, and
or
like
maybe
yada,
like
yada.
to get like a card to get those things. You have to do like 3 sessions with this
the therapist
or
and,
something just to get like cleared like psychologically or something.
Could you imagine medical grade shrooms?
Oh, can you imagine not even having to do a shroom and it's just like a vial of liquid that you just fucking drink, and
Crazy.
it's like how much is this? Well, that's like
The exact dose you
scientifically
need,
exactly
for your body weight and
for
composition.
everything you need. This will get you exactly where you need to go.
Which is all good, but also, like, just to stick up for the Graham Hancock argument of things, like, even in that good, positive, like, everyone helping, not Big Pharma, but, like, a good doctor, yada, yada, it's still, like, not the full-blown, like, shamanistic thing of, like, no, you gotta, like, chew that up because you gotta go through, like, a shitty thing to get to the good thing or whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean,
how they have, like,
that.
trials built into
But
things.
I don't think majority of people would, like, do that.
I don't think a majority of people that
Again,
use
net positive,
weed-
but it's just gonna be slower because it's gonna be.
100%,
It's not.
yeah.
A majority of people that use weed, I don't think even smoke weed.
No, a
I
lot
think
of
a lot
Yeah,
of
no.
people, you know, are
I don't
Weed's like
eating
the
it,
exact
vaping it,
blueprint
and,
I'm
you know,
talking about.
I
Yeah.
don't like
Yeah,
smoking. I
yeah.
only do edibles.
Just shit like that.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It's like,
as
nah,
long
you
as
gotta
it's
go
getting
out-
into
Like,
like
I
a
don't-
broad audience.
You gotta go stand in the fucking snow with that pipe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go pass that blunt around and not even get high, but you do it anyway.
Just to get something in your system.
Yeah.
Christ.
I want you to grab that bowl with your cold hands, feeling like you're gonna drop it.
I want you to flick a lighter 47 times while it does
The
nothing.
wind is just whipping you in the face, and you don't feel the heat until your fucking fingers are burned.
Yeah, literally. Is that frostbite or the fire?
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, no, we'll be. I was telling him yesterday. It's like I do wonder where like 20 years from now, what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, I mean, it
Like-
definitely
like-
looked weird, or a hell of a lot different than 20 years prior to this.
Gonna be real beige, real brown, brownish,
All the
beige-ish.
people.
Yeah.
All the people.
Well, that's like 60 years. We're all the same color. No, I'm just kidding.
60.
Just a bunch of tan mofos.
No, you probably get like 500 years in the future. We're all the same shade of tan.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. With all the mixing and
You go back 500 years, I'm sure people are saying the same thing.
maybe.
And I think there's some people that are going to stay in fucking, like, Russia
That's
and,
the
like,
thing,
northern
yeah.
Canada,
Yeah,
and I
that's
think there's
true,
going to
yeah.
be some people that stay in, like, fucking Hawaii and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The middle will keep getting mixed up, and then
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely going to be a lot more
Yeah,
brown people and just kind of like a mix of, but it's definitely still
Imagine
going to
DNA
be.
tests in the future. It's like fuck, you're everything. You're
everything.
part of. You're part
You
of
won the
everything.
lotto!
Yeah.
it's like the quark singularity in My Hero.
What?
The quark singularity, because as generations keep passing, all the basic quirks that started off keep getting more powerful because they keep being joined with another person's quirk to make a new kid. So then now that person's double power. So now it's quadruple power. So now it keeps stacking and stacking. So now kids that have, like, the generation we're watching, everyone's powers are juiced. So everyone's saying, like, when these guys have kids, it's going to, like, spill over to where people are just, like, omega powerful, and it's going to, like, be bad.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Wild.
That's crazy.
Did you watch any of that Graham Hancock?
The show?
Yeah.
Probably 3 episodes in. I finished the podcast. I did that
5
first.
in, I think. I watched the Göbekli Tepe one.
Yeah.
That one was great. Dude, bro.
He loves it.
There's a fucking... We'll get into it on the other episode, but there's that, like, Pillar 18 or whatever on Göbekli Tepe, how it has... It shows, like, Scorpius, and then it's got some type of bird, and then there's another bird.
The one
and
with
then
the bird,
something
like,
else.
holding the orb.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it fucking lines up perfectly with the constellations of that time. And they were saying that could be...
I love that fucking bird. He holds that ball so funny.
And they're saying that could possibly be... that's the one with the 3 handbags on top. That they're saying...
What we don't know if they're handbags, but could be.
So I think this one dude was describing it as sunrises. Because it looks like a square with a sun. I don't know.
That's fucking stupid.
But if you look at it, he said all the stuff lines up and it dates back to when the Younger Dryas ended. When that's
literally like what everything dates back to. It's disgusting.
And that's basically or they're saying that, like, Göbekli Tepe could be like a memorial for the people who came out of that, because then they buried it.
I was the intentional buryings. Like, well, someone will appreciate this in the future.
And Graham Hancock was like, well, we do that today, and that's time capsules, so what the fuck do we think this is?
And this is a lot better than ours, because we put ours on, like, a metal tube.
Yeah.
They fucking built megaliths.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do think that shit is wild, though. It's like how there's just shit underneath the ground that people just walk on, like, especially like in like ancient, like not ancient, but like, well, I guess they're like
old
ancient
ass cities.
Well, yeah, like even Rome and Greece and like shit like that. Like you'll just be walking on the street and like there's so much shit underneath you right now that you have no idea about.
Catacombs of France or whatever.
Bro, I watched this video, or I watched like this picture thing. I think it popped up on Reddit or Instagram, where this guy in either like Italy or Greece or somewhere was just
Italy.
Yeah. He was just like he was just like gardening in his backyard, and he dug a hole and he fucking hit marble. And he was like, "Oh shit!" Pulls up all of his dirt, all of like the
Marble
lawn and the grass.
statues?
Bro, he has a full marble floor back there, and it's ruins from like this old like
A
temple.
marble floor?
Bro, fucking
What?
like marble mosaic, like this fucking
Dude.
beautiful ass like floor, and that's just in his backyard.
That's wild
It
as
was
fuck.
crazy to see. I was like, holy shit! And he only dug down like that far.
Yeah. God damn.
Italians really have one of the furthest falls from grace there have ever been, I think. I mean, they were
it.
I mean,
They were the guys.
every fucking painting's us.
That's it.
we fucking like figured out painting.
Yeah.
That one fucker was building planes and shit, and then
Leonardo.
and now look at it. I mean,
Now look at us.
Now look
the
at him.
biggest pussies when it came to COVID because everyone's old. Surviving too long was real cool up until COVID.
First to drop out of World War II.
Bitches.
Yeah, we were easily. Italy was the
Just
weakest
talked way
link.
too much smack. Couldn't back it up.
Not even like Japan
Mussolini was a
over
prick.
delivered. I mean, Italy under.
Japan over delivered.
Oh, Japan was like, oh, we're in this to the death.
Oh, I guess
Cool.
we'll pick up Italy's slack. That Mussolini, that fucking puss.
Yeah. That wop bastard. No, yeah. And yeah, but the fall from Rome. I never got into like Rome and like Greece and all that shit.
Rome always just seemed like knockoff Greece, which I now realize Greece is knockoff Egypt, but as a child, Greece seemed like the original thing, and Rome seemed like bullshit.
Yeah, because of that, like I've leaned definitely more towards Greece, and then I was like, then the Romans took over and renamed the gods. I'm like, but it's the same gods. Like, yeah, they just gave them a new name. I was like, seems pretty fucking unoriginal, but
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
bullshit.
hey, whatever.
Then come to find out, like, oh,
So I got these from Egypt.
Thoth, you say?
It was crazy in that Graham Hancock thing. He was talking about all the bag people, though.
It's madness,
It's
bro.
fucked.
It's madness.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
crazy.
do like it, though. I think the show's decent.
I like the show, but there's so much shit how it just kind of dead ends.
Yes.
And it makes me, like, even just the casual person just watching this shit, it's like, I want to go in there and just break some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
It does what History
there's-
Channel does, you were saying.
like it's like, all right, there's a room down there.
Well, at least
that
they find
people
something, but
fucking
then it
like
just-
have
they
gone
can't do
in, but
anything with
no
it.
one's gone down there in like fucking years. And it's like, what? Can we go in that room? It's like, no, it's sealed off. It's
But
like, why?
What it seems like is, because every episode caps off with, like, the same thing of, like, we have all of this knowledge, but the Archaeological Society won't do it, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if this show is just made to, like, rise awareness
Rile
or whatever.
people's feathers
Yeah, like,
and get them to tweet at people. or
yeah,
whatever.
to be like, what the fuck are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, to get, like, the Julies out there to be
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah.
They don't look like they have that much evidence, though. Like they look
Dude,
like
he had that seismograph.
no,
that,
no, he has
yeah.
like a decent amount and everything, but like to change literally everyone's history books for like the past hundreds of years.
Well, he doesn't have enough evidence to change it. He has enough evidence to say, like, we should probably go look at these things
Yeah.
to prove it once
Right,
and for all.
But then you
I
got
think once you look
people in
into it.
power and shit that are like, all right, well then go look into it,
Yeah.
and then you have to go change all the fucking history books and everything. Where it's like it's so much easier just to keep it like this.
Well,
It's
that's
so
why
much
there's,
easier
like-
not to convert to metric and just have everything fucking.
It's
you know,
like the
miles per
evidence of
hours
there
and
being
shit.
like some form of conspiracy, or at least like
then-
some.
But then why have scientists? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
To
You know what I mean? Like-
give
like-
you the allure or like the image of like, oh yeah, no, you can discover shit, but like also, like I said, that room, don't go in that room.
Yeah.
We blocked it off. It's like, why? Like we can't go deeper in the temple.
That's
That
Like,
the
makes
fucking
fucking
that makes
why?
shit harder for us.
Like, oh, like we can use these seismographs and like spend thousands of dollars and all this shit. It's like, cool, give me a shovel and a couple days and I'll get in that fucking hole.
In the Great Pyramid, there's the shaft that they've sent the little robot down. There's a fucking little door, and they go, "Can we open it?" And they go, "No."
yeah, just
There's doors on the Sphinx. Can we go down it? No. Giant pyramid in Mexico. Yeah, they said there's a room. Can we go in it? No. Government says no. Fucking seismographs of the fucking pyramids in Indonesia. There's 3 chambers inside. Oh, can we
All
go
along
in?
the center of the pyramid, each getting deeper and deeper.
Same thing with the Sphinx. So, can see the chambers inside.
Same thing with the fucking seismographs of like that Robert Schoch did of the labyrinth underneath fucking Egypt.
yeah,
And
there's
shit.
fucking there's a definite conspiracy to keep that shit like hidden. Like there's somebody going there and like, no, you need to put a door up here. Like people can't go any farther. Like they can dip their toe and like
Yeah.
go to that first layer and be like,
Yeah,
ooh,
make your
this
money
is
off
cool.
tourism and
Yeah,
shit.
but then like fucking seal that shit up.
I don't get it.
Hancock's point in the podcast was that a lot of things rely on people believing that we're like the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Like it started at 0 and came to now,
Mm.
and things might be disrupted if evidence came out of it being that we might have peaked, even if it wasn't like iPads and Macs and shit.
Yeah.
It was still technologically advanced as far as, like megaliths or whatever, and understanding vibrations and, plant medicine, yada
Gotta get into
yada.
that vibrations next week.
Yeah, I gotta fucking give up my life and
It's yeah, but-
research vibrations.
But it is almost like if this info did come out, the people in power wouldn't be in power anymore.
That's what I'm
they
saying.
Would, they
like,
would
that's
lose
why
any like
people in power
respect or
saying keep that fucking door shut.
yeah.
And if you're looking at like energy sources and stuff, and you think of like us as being the best right now, you're like, well, clearly that must be the way to do it. But then if you're like, oh, if they had like something else at some point figured out,
Then you'd shut down all the nuclear plants and all the coal mines and fucking everything if I can just get vibrations going in my house.
or at least like the money starts to shift towards that research or whatever,
if you have fucking research that could heal some people.
which
then
like,
Randall Carlson says he does.
yeah, bro, fucking there's a cure for cancer.
Yeah.
I am like 1,000% sure there are cures for like different cancers out there. We just keep it hidden because we have so much fucking billions of dollars going into it.
And all these
Whoa.
countries are like built on like oil and
Yeah, it's
all
crazy.
coal
It's
and
crazy.
whatnot. To where if this
All the
stuff
old
did,
money,
yeah.
the
It's like the
people
dude
in
that
power.
made the water car. They
Goes
got
missing.
poisoned.
I gotta take a piss.
Nice.
Speaking of water, Carl.
Speaking of water car.
Yeah,
no.
but next week we'll have a more dedicated analysis.
of everything, of all that.
of everything
Mostly
we rambled about.
Mostly, yeah, the Graham Hancock stuff. That episode, we're gonna listen. I'll listen to that podcast, take notes, probably do some extra research.
I wish I was smarter.
I don't think it's.
I can't wrap my head around some science stuff sometimes.
Yeah, that I do understand, but like I think it's more of just like we don't have all of the info and the big picture.
Oh no, that I'm not saying. I did just science wise. Like, I'll start watching a fucking video about some shit. I'm like, this is interesting, and then 3 minutes later, I'm like, what is happening?
What the fuck is he saying right now?
Why is he still talking in that tone? Like we're still in the easy part, but
Yeah.
for me, it's like we've.
Like, this is a 15-minute video. What's 10 minutes like? Yeah.
Exactly.
No, there definitely is some stuff, but yeah. It is weird, though. As you watch more videos, it's like, oh, I'm learning. I'm learning what these science things mean.
I have a lot easier time when it's just like the history of stuff. It's like facts. It's like this, that, this. Science.
Bro, I get a hard dick for the electricity thing. Like, how these temples were harnessed the Earth's electricity. Bro, and then like
for him to bring up ley lines.
Yeah, exactly. And then like the one in Indonesia, it has the 3 chambers. Like Indonesia. But the one in Egypt has 3 chambers. Maybe the one in
what was fucking me up, boy, was the fact that they're all built on fucking ancient like brooks and creeks and what do you call it? Not wells, but
like springs.
Ancient springs, because they call them mound builder cultures, and it's like, yeah, because at first all they could build was a mound, so they made a mound next to it to commemorate this being an important fucking place, and then they kept getting better at it, kept building fucking pyramids on top.
And then you go underneath, and it's like, oh, there's just a spring under here.
And now you're dating only the outside of it. When you go date that fucking mound or whatever, the first pyramid inside.
How wild would it be to take a dip in that spring?
Oh, and come out a demigod.
Just, a new person, just fucking just lightning out of your
Adonis,
fucking... Some healed of every ailment.
Bronzed, yeah.
Well, this shit ends with us in the Great Pyramid.
If I don't stand on the Great Pyramid before I die, this whole thing was a bust.
Stand on that?
No.
Ooh, that's a hike, bro. It's a
Bro,
hike.
honestly, you know what we need? We need some like some local vigilantes to go.
Local vigilantes?
We need to attain a certain level of fucking notoriety that they'd be happy to have us.
Us, yes. But for right now, we need some dude with Facebook Live to live stream just going into that Sphinx and just run as far as you can until they behead you.
Yeah, all these people who doing school shootings and then killing themselves, it's like, why don't you fucking go out doing something useful? Fucking make a run at the Sphinx, fucking with a GoPro on your head. Yeah. You're gonna get shot that way.
Yeah, you're gonna die either way. So fucking, why don't you benefit the world?
Yeah.
Because, dude, imagine if a live stream video came out of some dude running into that, and it's just like, oh, chamber, lights coming on,
and then it
torches lit, the fucking pyramid, gold shit, fucking mummies, everything's fucking on the walls.
And then it makes the Egyptian government would have to then like explain why they couldn't just like detain him and why they had to like riddle him with fucking bullets or whatever.
But then in the meantime, his live stream is already on the internet. And everybody's watching it. And people are like, what the fuck are we doing, people?
But even if the live stream doesn't get anything, they have to, like, take him out before he can see anything. So then they're like, whoa, like, you couldn't just fucking, like, tase him.
If they don't have guns in there, they're going to fucking, like, he's not going to make it through, like, holding.
Well, those 2 guys went into the Sphinx through the hole by the tail, not the top of it. And they went in, and they would go all the way down the ladder, and there's, like, little room to walk around, not much space. And then on the way up the ladder, when the officials find them and are telling them to get the fuck back up, on the way back up the ladder, you see that other chamber, which you can see from when they do like the seismograph or whatever, like the different chambers. So it's like, okay, so he was in the bottom one, didn't really seem to go anywhere. Middle one, however, was entirely fucking blocked off with like 2x4s and shit. Like they had entirely like, you cannot go in this one. And he didn't see it on the way down, but on the way up, he gets a glimpse of it. So it's like, we just need a motherfucker to make a run.
With a crowbar.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think it's crazy how it's unanimous that like all world governments are like, yeah, you can't go all the way down into the like pyramids or even like a step further like China. Like, we don't have pyramids. Those trees are just on
What
big
is a pyramid?
hills.
What is that?
Those are just trees.
Let's
It's
go.
just trees.
Let's start small and look at the history of pyramids. Why was this pyramid? Well,
we got a
need.
Great Wall. You should check that out.
Yeah.
Take a gander at that. Why'd you build that? To keep people from seeing the pyramids?
You rat bastard, you.
Mao, you old son of a bitch. Get over here.
Get over. Come here.
You little dog, you.
You some kind of dog man.
Classic.
Yeah, no, they definitely know about vibrations and how to fix everything and all the future techs. They just want to keep you hidden.
Instead of going to a world of technology, internet, and AI and shit, they stuck with the shamanism route and learned to harness the natural power of the earth.
Well, I just think it's funny just how in the past, 100 years or so, how far we've advanced, how, the distance from, the first flight, ever in, an airplane to, the fucking moonland, people going in space and shit, it's not that far off.
I'm viscerally upset when I talk to people that don't seem to have a semblance of thinking. They have no awareness of that. You know what I mean?
What?
Just their place in the world or in I don't know, just the fact that they have no appreciation for how it got to be, just you said before, the Julies of the world, just kind of being oh, America, oh, capitalism. And it's you get that we're in the mix of things right now. This, it's it unfolded to this. It wasn't it's not like a sci-fi movie where the Grand Council decided 1,000 years ago. Fucking 150, America's 250 or whatever, not even.
If that.
Yeah, not even 200, right?
I don't know. No, it's over 200.
1776, boys.
Yeah.
1876, 1976.
Oh, yeah, so 250.
Yeah. But no, that's why those people are working their corporate jobs, and we're here on a podcast spreading word.
Collecting Joel Olstein money.
I don't know, man. I feel how easy would it be if you were an alien or one of those Egyptian people that are survived and I'm going to start my own country or my own thing over there, and you just went off with America and then fucking just hit the ground fucking running. I believe aliens are among us, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're in the fucking all that shit. In the White House and the fucking businesses and shit, bro.
Bro, something fucking in the Gobekli Tepe episode, they found another buried thing that they dug up, and it's a big fucking common room, and coming out of the wall is this serpent with a man's head on the end of it. It's fucking crazy. Reptilians.
I was gonna say a lot of things come back to reptilians. It's fucked up.
I could wrap my head around reptilians a little bit.
Yeah, it used to sound. Well, you know what it was?
It used to sound crazy because
they'd be
lizard people and
Obama,
shit.
he hissed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I swear to God, that's what the videos would be.
I love that shit, yeah.
Be his reptilian eyes.
His eyes blinked a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blink this way instead of...
It's clearly them copying and pasting lizard eyes all of a sudden. And it's I don't think that is real. But no. What is real, probably.
No, yeah.
Hey, how about Graham Hancock completely disrespecting the fact that giants once roamed the earth?
Okay. I'm so glad you said
what
that.
the
I am
fuck?
so glad you said that.
Bro,
What
that was
the
crazy.
Fuck?
I didn't like it.
How he just disregarded
Graham,
that
I would
completely.
I would love to have you on here to talk about it.
Obviously,
I think
I
that
don't
was a
believe giants
fuck up or
existed.
something.
I was
I don't know what to do with myself now. What do you mean? They actually did exist. They had 2 rows of teeth.
Yeah.
2 rows of teeth.
Every fucking
They found
Native American
skulls.
tribe talks about it. You want to use that argument when it comes to the flood and then not to this. And it's he's maybe they were giants of knowledge. And it's not the ones eating them, you fuck. Sorry,
Yeah.
Graham. I don't mean that. You're not a fuck.
So
love
I
you.
don't know,
Best.
like if he was talking about like giants, how like
I understand, like
skyscraper.
I understand what he.
No,
I
not
understand what he's
skyscraper.
saying by like giant minds. Okay, like giants,
And maybe
like
in the sense of like a Quetzalcoatl, perhaps.
I don't know.
But we're talking
says everything's so
giants. We're talking just cannibalistic, 2 rows of
they
teeth.
found bones that are over
That's
20
like-
feet tall.
Every
They found
culture
these
has
skeletons.
tales of them existing in the time before the flood washing
It's
them
in the
away.
book of Enoch.
He in between, he tells a giant story, then says, "I don't believe in giants," then tells another giant story.
depicting giants and shit. I was like,
Yeah, both times
okay.
showing giants. He's like, clearly they weren't real giants; they're probably giants of intelligence.
You seem like a giant fucking asshole right now, Graham Cack.
What are you talking?
Graham, we're gonna need you on the pod.
Need some clarification
Soon.
here.
We could definitely touch on some of this stuff, but let's maybe touch on giants and why they don't exist and change our minds.
Change our minds.
He believes that telekinesis and stuff could be a thing, but then doesn't believe in giants. I'm like, bud.
I really don't.
Especially when they start talking about like the hybrid babies of like
The Nephilim,
yeah, like but like
the
yeah,
Watchers coming down,
yeah.
being like, damn, y'all make some fine ass
I'll make
women.
fine ass women. Put your titties in this Bible.
You know, we need, y'all need a book. Y'all need a book around here.
No, it's crazy. I don't get it.
Not one bit.
But
That should be our new lane, is going and standing outside churches and then telling them about the Book of Enoch.
yes, the Book of Enoch, the
That'd
Book
be a
of
good
Thoth.
lane for us.
I thought you were going to tell him, just put your titties in this Bible.
That'd be...
Everybody-
Mark's gonna
That's
be
a
out
good
there
lane for
all
someone
time
else.
fucking-
I
Oh,
hope
yo,
someone picks that
ladies.
up. That's not our lane.
Line up. Line up. Put your titties in the Bible.
Sign this book with your titty milk.
Smack. May the power of Christ compel you. Next.
Cacao.
No, man, when we buy that church, that's going to be my sermon.
Is that still up for sale?
Yeah, dude, it's dropped 10 grand. It's 190,000.
Probably
That's-
that's a piece of shit.
That's fuck. It's not. It's nice. It's in a
not.
small town. It's not. It's a beautiful church. Now, I have been looking up how much it does cost to heat a church, and with all the stained glass, it is expensive.
Yeah,
Luckily-
bro, some tall ass ceilings.
Luckily, there's not much stained glass in this church.
Some tall ass ceilings.
I know.
though.
I get it. Heat rises. I'll put a fan on. Blow it down.
Oh my god.
It'll be nice.
Listen.
It'll be beautiful.
But the hardest room to
That'd be
heat would
beautiful.
be that
Walked into the church.
Like-
Said it's beautiful.
whatever room, like
The main room.
the main thing,
The chapel.
yeah, sure. And
The common ground.
that's going to be a
area.
Why is it in
gym.
a synagogue.
Yeah, it's
So-
half of it's a studio, the other half's a gym,
Yeah,
the other
rooms
third,
aren't
and then
hard to
the
heat.
whole thing can be turned into a theater room.
The whole thing could be turned into a theater room.
Bro, I looked up those pews online. There's at least 25 of them in there. At least 600 to 1,000 apiece.
Who's buying them?
These fucking animals. They love them. They love church
It's
pews.
probably like those
They
people
love
that
church
put
pews.
churches in their houses, you know, like
Yeah.
Asian people.
People who want like a
No, I don't know.
Well,
people who want like a church pew, maybe like against their wall when they first walk in. Just
There's a ton of
something
Asian
decorative.
churches out of their houses
listen, man.
where I grew up.
That's
a thing.
I looked up
Yeah.
that big ass cross. That thing's like $800.
And
Well,
those
that you're gonna get
vans.
a
There's
pretty
an-
penny for.
There's there's a steel one outside that we're gonna cut down.
Hang it up. Put it upside down and then put it back into the ground.
See? That's not a bad idea, but I'm thinking more like a Jesus photo shoot, and then we offload
Charge
that
people
shit.
for money.
I'm hanging
Bro.
Star David up.
We're coming up positive in this bitch. This church is gonna pay for itself. We're gonna do a sermon every Sunday, so that we can
On
keep
what?
it as a church. It's gonna be
This.
it's gonna be
This is gonna be our podcast.
it's gonna start
Be
out.
live.
I'm gonna do some sort of monologue, kind of riff some easy stand up material. I've
What do
been
y'all
working
think of
on.
Joel Osteen doing crowd work?
Yeah, crowd work. And then we're going to go into Little Ancient Aliens. We're going to cap it off with communion, which is a keg.
Keg?
Bishop Graham couldn't join
We're-
us.
We're going to pass around those fucking baskets. And here's what it
Yeah,
is. Because
doing that.
it's going to be a community building thing. Because when you put money into the basket, it goes to next week's keg.
I like it. I like it.
Enough more.
Just get up there, be like a
we're gonna be
reading
grown-
from
We're going to be growing.
Fingerprints of the
We're
Gods.
going to be growing weed in one of the back rooms. There's a whole outdoor pavilion.
Well, God made a plan, right? Wasn't that one of the guy's things? The apes in the street video, and he's like, "Y'all love to say how y'all smoke weed because God made it. Y'all would smoke poison ivy if it was rolled in a blunt. Would you do that?
Would you do that now?
It was insane.
No.
People are fucking crazy.
Would y'all smoke poison ivy if it was given to you in a blunt? I bet y'all would. I would. I probably would.
If you didn't tell me.
But like, I don't even understand what you're getting at. Like, you eat good food. No one's like, I bet you'd eat poison ivy.
I bet you'd eat these poison berries the Lord made.
It's like, no, you just I did the good one.
No.
I left the bad one.
No, I don't
get why it
I don't
changed.
get religious people.
Yeah, I don't do
Those
drugs
guys
either.
There's so much
also.
cancer and bullshit in the world that you can't believe in religion. You think come on.
I think some religion, like if you're like a Buddhist or like if
Yeah,
you're like
shit
like,
like
a
that,
like
but
one of those like
That's like a
churches that do
spiritual
like
practice.
But these Catholic
Right.
fucks.
the Catholics, yes, but if you're like a Christian that does like my Catholic church isn't bad. I don't think it's bad.
Okay.
They don't have any diddlers. They like allow like other religions and like shit and like gay people and shit to come
That's
on
fine.
over.
Yeah.
You got like the electric guitar like Christian churches and
Community
shit.
building.
Cool.
I dig it.
About
Cool.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
with
fucking youth
Yeah,
center or whatever.
build
Yeah,
a
yeah.
community, bring everyone together, have
Yeah.
everyone know that everyone's, neighbors are cool.
If
But
you
when-
want to call
yeah.
it Catholic or whatever, fine.
I'm
Who
with you.
cares? Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Like
with
that
you.
Hindu shit when it's like, nah, I'm just born above you. Like you are below me, and like
The
people
classes.
beating
Oh,
the
like-
shit
like the
out of
cla-
some.
the
Yeah,
class-
I don't know if
and
that's
shit.
Hindu or Indian. You know what I mean?
I think I don't know.
I
I don't know if that's a religious thing or like a societal.
thought it was a religious thing that's like just
I do
taken
know-
more
I think it stems
out of
seriously
there.
in India.
I
That-
think in India, I think when you live a life, if you live a life as in like squalor, say like you're one of like the servants or whatever, you live your best life, you die, you get reborn as the next class up, and then you live that life and you keep doing this thing until you reach the pinnacle, which is
No,
nirvana.
that's just reincarnation.
No, I think that's what it was. I think you go up the class system.
No, they have caste system over there.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That's a spiritual thing. Like you couldn't track that.
I know, but I think they're telling people that's to keep the class system a thing.
Well, I think
Because
that's
if
the
everybody
religion tie into it, but that's what I'm asking. I think it's an Indian thing that they're
Maybe,
like,
yeah,
you guys
maybe.
stay the fuck down here.
'Cause I know it is like
They got a
in
king over
India.
there?
Like,
Yeah.
it's not like a
They
fucking.
got a king over there. What we got going on?
I don't know.
Emperor? I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyone have an emperor anymore?
Oh, I'm sure someone has an emperor.
Emperors. No one has a shogun anymore. I don't know how that.
Well, yeah, because that was only in Japan.
But why wouldn't you just call someone shogun?
Call him mayor
I saw
instead.
an article.
Shogun.
I saw an article. I believe it was an African slave ended up in Japan and became the first black samurai.
Yeah, that's the thing. They actually made
Yeah,
some
you
animes
texted that to
about
me
it and
like,
shit.
this is funny. I was
was
like,
funny.
it's not funny.
It
It's
was
very cool.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's a little funny.
No, it's a very cool anime.
Yeah.
You should watch it, bro.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about
it's a
that.
cool ass
It's
story.
a cool thing. You throw an African voice in the guy. It's funny.
Was not.
I'm just saying. He's from Africa.
Is it funnier to have an African voice for him or for him to talk Japanese?
I think an African samurai. It's like a guy, just like a
A black samurai.
no, just like an African like an African dude as a samurai with the voice. I think that'd be
Yeah, like
hilarious.
a black samurai.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Ijima.
Well, that's a normal samurai.
Yeah, they all have that deep ass voice.
Yeah, but I'm saying a black guy. I think a black guy speaking Japanese is funnier.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've
Oh,
ever heard a
no.
black guy speak Japanese, but I can't tell you how much Japanese I've actually listened to.
Well, in my head, it's like a kung fu
You
movie,
came
so
onto
his
my
mouth
beach.
isn't moving to
Mhm.
match it.
You came into my beach, and now I must cut your head off. It's hilarious.
That's goofy. yeah.
Coming to Japan.
What is? Oh, we meet again, Yao Ming.
Nice. Chinese.
Warriors at war.
Yao Ming is an esteemed, notable warrior. That is true. He's
Yao Ming is a lab
quite physically
project.
adept.
Product of a breeding program.
He's pretty gross. It's pretty fucking gross.
You know what else is gross? This last fact I have. This last factoid. You want to scroll down a little bit? It's about trains. You guys like trains.
Down a good fact.
You guys like trains.
Who doesn't like a good choo-choo train?
There we go. When trains were introduced in the U.S., many people believed that women's bodies were not designed to go at 50 miles an hour, that their uterus would fly out of their body when accelerated to that speed.
Where the fuck did you find this?
I don't remember. I think it was on Instagram. Yeah, blow it. Blowing fact on Instagram.
Blowing fact.
Yeah, he's got a good channel. I don't know. He posts a lot of crazy shit. I fact check a lot of it, and it's true.
Did you fact check that one?
I didn't fact check that one because it was funny. I thought it was funny either way.
Yeah, you can't go that fast
Nah.
with the windows down, or else the tits, they're going to be all over the place.
Flying right out.
Shit.
Now, your tits, you would cover the whole town in milk. Isn't that crazy? How far we've come.
That's why
How
you guys
far
stay
we've
here,
come.
and then I'll go there and fuck whores, and I'll come back to you.
I'll come back to you.
Like that's probably like how everything was like, oh no,
No,
hey,
hey,
you
yo.
can't,
You can't
Hey,
go
no.
to the saloon.
cause the baby.
No. You guys got to stay here and tend to the home. You know, I'm going to go out,
I
make
gotta
money.
go to town. You know, I have to. I don't want to.
I got to go to town, make some money, you know. I got to get on this here.
Spend a little
I gotta
money
get-
to make a little money.
I got to get on this here death machine. So you cap out at 50. Men cap out at 60. My dick's going to fly off. Good thing the conductor's on his A game today.
Just inhaling coal directly.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that black ass smoke.
He's like, we got a longer lifespan than you. It's just dying tomorrow from cancer.
So crazy.
That's
Oh.
a crazy piece of machinery.
Little factoid.
A locomotive.
They might as well be burning tires in there. Black ass smoke.
Yeah, that's nuts.
When the fuck was that train invented? And it was like, nah, just put a bunch of fucking coal in it. We can just pump these things and fucking make this bitch go.
Yo,
You know,
I'm gonna guess 1876.
You know what's so funny is like the guys on that train after carving up the fucking beautiful landscape and like definitely it's like a genius thing or whatever, but still like black smoke polluting the air. You decimated the land, and as you're on the train, you're like, hope none of these fucking Indians try to pull any fast ones. It's like after you just
fucked up
you
all
did
their
everything wrong. You're like, I hope these fucking savages don't try anything. Yeah.
And then they pay the people to hop on. Like, nah,
Yeah.
go shoot all the fucking bison. They're fucking up our tracks.
Yeah, no funny business though.
1804, the train was invented.
That's
1804.
nuts.
Isn't that
Now we
crazy?
got flying cars and fucking jetpacks doing Iron Man suits and shit, going to the goddamn moon.
That's the goofy thing too about people being like, well, you know about slavery, like they didn't know enough back then. It's like they built fucking trains, Joe. Like they didn't know people were people. Like
They sailed across the world and founded
Jesus
a
fucking
new world.
Christ.
Nah, these people are different.
Now, when
You
you
built
had
an
the
iron
decency-
horse
yeah.
that goes across the country.
When was that? Let's see when the Transcontinental Railroad was. Let's see when that was.
God.
Can you imagine hammering like the last thing on a train and being like, whoa, like gonna let this fucking bonnet like soak nuts.
The first continuous road line across the U.S. was constructed between 1863 and 1869.
Thank you, Chinese people.
For real, on that west side.
We don't even bring that shit up.
Dude, if I was Chinese, I'd be throwing that around like
Big time.
nothing. Like, bro,
See this train system? Yeah,
you're
welcome.
fucking welcome.
You're welcome. That's why every train system goes through China.
You like Chinese food? You're welcome.
Fucking assholes. But
That
no.
is crazy. How we just fucking as soon as like, all right, slavery's illegal. It's like, well, they don't have jobs, so let's keep them over here,
Who's
and
gonna
then
work
let's get
for-
some other people.
Who's gonna work for next to free?
Let's import some Chinese people.
Some Chinese and some Irish. They'll go hand in hand with the Blakes.
The good people.
Just have them meet in the middle and
Yeah.
just fucking have a giant brawl.
The Italians are too busy doing the hair.
Dealing with this new thing called concrete.
Yeah.
I don't know. Vinny's out there with this thing he calls a float. He's making this stuff real smooth. I don't know. It dries nice though. It's called concrete.
I gotta give it to them. They're the fucking lunkheads, but that one was pretty good.
They're doing good stuff out there. Masonry, they call it.
They only sell to themselves. it's the biggest racket in the country.
They buy from this. They call it Cosa Nostra.
Because there's like Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan, like all those people, and then there's like
the Wops.
Yeah, I was gonna say like just mob families. They're like, yeah, we saw what they were doing, and we figured we could probably do something like that pretty good.
We do something like that, but better. You know what I mean?
With the family this time.
We take care of our guys. You know, we only employ our blood. You know, we got friends.
They kind of
you know,
did do that.
Yeah, we got friends. You know, I mean,
we got about that last episode.
You should watch that documentary.
Which one?
The 5 Families of New York, or whatever it was.
Yeah, watch that. It's good. Definitely. I think it's only like 5 episodes.
I'm a busy guy. We'll see. We'll see.
You,
I got a lot of Mountain Blade Bannerlord to play.
Mountain Blade Bannerlord.
Oh.
You could say that, but you can't say Irish wristwatch.
Yeah.
Unique. You know.
Damn it. Yeah, say it's fucking hard.
Bringing it back
Unique
full circle. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't get anything better than this except around the Stone Age podcast.
Bye.
Yeah. But anyways, TikTok, Twitter. We've been on for almost an hour and a half. We got to go to work. We all start at 1. Like always, you fuckers take care.
Yes.